Hello, everyone. Hope you guys had a great day today. It was an interesting day to say the least. Had a couple losses and had a good number of wins. Ended the day up over 1,000, so had a good day. Could have been absolutely amazing. I decided to once I got out of my last trade, I exited. I was like, you know what, I'm done. I've met my quota for the day. And I look back at the I look back at the market and I realize that I should have left some runners, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. There will be days, more days ahead. Tomorrow will probably be a great day, or it could be a good day, maybe a choppy day. We'll see what happens, but that's just how trading goes. So I do wish I had stayed in those. Look at this downside and then the reversal. Just absolutely fantastic. A couple of my trades that I had today. First one was TSM. That one was one that ended in a. I actually ended in a profit, I believe, overall on it today, but I started out with. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it was Meta. Meta. I ended up with a loss today. Let me find my Meta. There it is. And so starting out, I once again got into a trade. This closed over the 583, pushed up really strong. Got in. I was up pretty decent profit. I got in right here. Decent profit, but I held and ended up exiting. Let's see where I exited. I believe I exited like right. I can't remember exactly where, but anyway, it was, I think it was after this push. Yeah, it was after this because this went down. I held, I waited, it came back up, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to hold because this has not closed. It went up, and when I saw it starting to push back down, this is where I exited. So it wasn't a huge loss because I wasn't in really heavy or anything, but still a loss, and that's just how it goes sometimes. This one went against me. Um, the only rule that I may have broken is my big 583 level. What I should have waited for, guys. This is just sometimes when you're in the middle of it, you don't think of everything, and I really should have, uh, you know, really should have just based this off just as it was. It's a major support resistance level. I should have waited for this to go up, a pullback, break, and a retest, and then enter. I say this over and over and over. It's something that I continue to make my own mistakes with, and I need to, that's something I need to really stick with. And I think what it is, sometimes we just FOMO. I FOMO in wanting to catch the move, thinking that we're going to get this giant push, and I wanted to get at the bottom of the push right here. And it went against me, and I ended up with a loss. The best way to trade when you're going over a major level, guys, is a break, pullback, retest. If this breaks and keeps going, as I've said before, and I need to follow my own rule, that's fine, let it go. If you're not getting a retest on it, I mean, you can see, I could see right here, this failed the retest. I probably should have exited immediately and maybe had close to a, just a little bit smaller of a loss, but it wasn't a huge loss in any event. It was still just it was a bad trade though. Should not have got in that trade. Um, I did get into a couple other, I got into some really good SPX trades. I waited. I was very patient for these trades, and they definitely paid. So I waited in a couple different areas. I got in in a couple different areas. One was this break of this level. I always look left when I'm trading, just to see what type of structure we have. So I know we had come up here we rejected the 584.50, 960 area, started coming back down. I ended up, let me make sure I'm on the right one. Yes, I ended up, I almost, well, I wouldn't have got in here because the 20 and the 200 are too close. So I was waiting for a move below the 20 and the 200, and we got it. So, but what I was looking at is this consolidation that happened right here. Once we broke that structure and the 200 EMA, I got in. And as soon as that happened, it also, we had the Qs and NQs as well as Apple all break through a level. So that's where you get a lot of confidence. And the great thing is when you trade based off of all the um, other stocks or futures, then you find out, I mean, you have a really high chance of getting into a great trade. So I got in there, I traded down, I I I believe I got all the way, yeah, I got all the way to 583 and exited. So I had a really good trade there. I believe it was a 600 or $600 or $700 trade. I then um, I was just looking at other things. We were talking about some trading strategies in the group, and then as all of this was going on, everyone was like, "Okay, yeah, this is just, it's kind of garbage. It doesn't look good." And I, what I saw was a perfect setup coming in, and I actually got in ahead of this drop because I was willing to risk a little if this turned back up. So when I got this red candle here, I got in immediately and I just sat and waited, and then I got the break of this consolidation, kind of breaking my rules a little bit, but I was also judging it based off of a lot of downside pressure in the market. Other Apple, Qs, Nvidia, other stocks were breaking below some of their major key levels. So it gave me more confidence, and that's why I did it. I got in right here. It broke through and went below my long LRC. That was another reason why I got in this trade. That was a fantastic move. You know what I noticed isn't showing up is my, pull up my, oh, I must have done something with my LRC. It wasn't on. So let me get back over here. Another thing that made it really nice is the LRC was consolidating right here with at this time. Make sure I'm at the right one again. Yeah, yeah. I think I may have been on the wrong day a second ago. No, I think I was on the right one. SPY. So let me try this again. Anyhow, my first trade. Actually, this was my first trade, so I think I was on the wrong. I may have been on the wrong stock. The 580 was a level that I was looking at, and you see all this consolidation where it created a, well, we already know the 580-30-ish area, it's an area, right, is significant. So I waited, and then when I started getting this consolidation here, this is where I got in. This was where I bought my first trade and traded it down and exited right here for like $600. This one was an $800 trade, and I got this whole move all the way down. And same thing as I was saying earlier, I saw this I just call it structure to the left. We consolidated right in here. We wicked down, pushed down again off of the 20. We tested that 20 right here. That gives you kind of a heads up that, okay, this may continue. This is where I bought on this candle there, and in anticipation of this break, and I got ahead of it right away, and I rode this all the way down for an $800 profit. And that was a great trade, simply because it was only one. I only got in one contract here, and so I made $800 on this one move. It was really fantastic. Great trade. Between the two was $1,400. I lost I think it was close to 200 on one trade, and I can't remember. anyway, another 100 or whatever on another trade. I didn't, once again, I didn't trade that many times today, but I didn't need to. However, I do wish that I had got in here and held, or I'm sorry, here when it broke this level and held the entire day, because that would have been incredible. For me, that's a tough thing to do, to hold through. Oh yeah, one of my better trades today was that was also a $600 trade, was Boeing. I just remembered. I didn't write any notes down. Sorry guys. Kind of doing this on a last minute. Boeing was a fantastic trade, and I want to show you why I got into Boeing. So here recently I was talking to the group, and yesterday I put out a video showing that I'm looking at a new trading strategy, which was called the Strat. You guys can look it up online. It's available. And yesterday the Strat was setting up, and you can see I had these cyan levels drawn in. These were my entries, and my exit would have been here on the upside, and my exit was here on the downside. Granted, these are day candles, and the way the strategy works, you can look it up. It's called the Strat. A lot of people are trading it. I would say look into it. I was going to get into this as a swing trade, but I decided to just go ahead and trade it during the day, and it worked out fantastic. I ended up with a $600 or 570 something dollar profit. Could have been more. I did hold it a little longer than I should have, but I want to show you how this looked during on the 2-minute time frame, which is what I trade. So let me go to the today's start, and right out of the gate, this was my first trade of the day actually, or maybe my second trade. I got into as soon as it passed my entry level, I bought puts, and I traded it all the way down. I scaled out here, held this, and then took my final profit here. And man, it was a beautiful, beautiful trade down. Got it all the way to the bottom. Um, and what's amazing is this strategy, your stop out, becomes your entry point. You can do, they do have different concepts, but for me, since this would have been a breakout move, I would have got in. I would have actually exited if it came back above this. However, the way they trade it is they would just put their stop here. Of course, that would be a pretty significant loss, right? But most of the time when you go and look at this strategy, it really works out and hits its target level. Almost, it's a very, very high percentage win rate. So I decided to try it intraday trading, and it worked out absolutely perfect. And then of course you can see it reversed, went back up, came back through. I assume at this point you could probably enter again, and look what is happening when it's breaking out of this inside candle day. So the indicator that I made, this actually colors all the candles blue. That's the inside candle for a 1 day. And let me see, let me make sure let me look at my settings here. Yep, so I have my settings set for 1 day. And this was this entire day's inside candle inside of this day's candle. And so when you get a break outside of the inside candle, that's where your entry is, and your target is the days. If you're going in puts, your target is the prior candle or the prior day's low, or your prior percentage trading strategy. So yep, that was a fantastic trade. It was very easy. I also had another one that I was looking at, which was MSTR, and this one would have probably been even better. It may not have went as fast, but once you went outside the once you went outside the target the entry level, which was right here. You got to pull back up to the inside candle. This was your target. So you hit your target. You could scale out, take take profit on all and hold one maybe as a runner, and then just stay in it and see how far this goes. Maybe it goes down to the long LRC or another major level. But this stock went down a lot today. This is to what 222. Oh, excuse me, 222.75 all the way down to 204, 204, just say 205. So pretty significant move, which we had that happen with most of the market, right? This is SPY today. So anyhow, I'm kind of excited about the new strategy and using it not just for intraday, but definitely using it for swing trading, because you can, when you go back and you look at how it works, each time there was an inside day on SPY, look at the move you got. Now, of course, this one was a very small target level, but look what move you actually ended up getting. Same thing here. Inside day, you get your move above. It blasts way up. I guess it must have came down below where it opened. That's why it's red. But I mean, that would have been a huge move. That's 582 to 586. Basically a 4-point move on SPY, and if you're trading SPX, that's massive. Um, Really good profits. Same thing here. You got the move through the zone. It came down and pushed back up. That's why the strategy encourages you to take your profit at the high or low of the prior day. You don't have to take all profit, but if you scale out and then put a stop, if it moves down, put your stop at this level, then at least you've profited that much and you move on. That's what pretty much makes it a very, very high percentage trading strategy. Then if you're going to trade it as a swing trading, you can take your profit, hold it unless it comes back up above the 50% level, and then, or closes above. If you do not get a close above your 50% level, you just hold, and then this is what you would have got. So pretty awesome trading strategy. Like I said, I'm looking forward to trading it. I'm gonna, I have to put some more time into it and get, so I can understand it a little bit better. But for now, it seems pretty simple. There is some technique, and there's some trading. Um, uh, there's some trading techniques or technicals that you have to pay attention to, like the way the 221 or the 212. They have several different um, ways to look at the trade based off the numbers. You'll have a two down, I'm sorry, a two up, one down, and then a three up. Um, or I'm sorry, this is considered a three down because it went below these two. So anyway, there's some really interesting trading information to figure out. So I have to do that, and that way I kind of have a full grasp of the trading strategy. But that's just a different strategy that I will be implementing. However, my LRC strategy is by far the best strategy I've ever used. There hasn't been anything that even compares to it. Um, that's why I use it every single day. If I find something that's better, downside, I will let everyone know and I will show them what I'm using. But for now, the Anchored LRC, it's amazing. If you just pay attention to the rules, wait for the setup, if you're patient, you're going to be successful. That's just all there is to it. It's a fantastic system. And if you don't know about the system, you can come into my Discord. I have the rules, and I have all the indicators, my workspace, the trading charts, everything that I trade with. I have in there. It's all free for you to get if you are interested. And it's also I also have it on the Use Think Script forum. If you look up Trust Your Levels or Trust the Levels, That's the thread that they created for me in there. Um, so I think I just got over 100,000 views on that in the Use Think Script forum as well. So that was pretty awesome to see. So anyway, I hope this is helping a lot of people out. If you're interested in joining us, we do trade live every day. We have an exceptional group of traders, really awesome group of people. Very serious, but we also have a good time, you know. And I just hope you guys will come. If you're interested, you come by, check it out. You can come in. We have an area where you can come in. That's a non-members area. If you're interested, if you have questions, you can ask. I'll help you out. So anyhow, I hope you liked the video. I hope you this helped you out in some way. I know I didn't go over my technical so much or the way I trade. I just showed you where I traded. But I have many other videos if you're interested in that will show you exactly what I look for, how I set it up. I just wanted to show the just the ease of using this, which you can see right here. This is again another perfect example of how to trade this strategy. You get a close over the green. You could wait for it to pass if you want to be really conservative. Wait for it to pass the pink and this structure to your left, which would have been this candle right here, went past it. Enter on this candle, and that's what you would have gained. That would have been a huge, awesome, easy trade, guys. So anyhow, hope you guys had a good day. Hope everybody was green, and I will see you on the next video.